Hello everyone. So welcome to Topper IS. Today we will be seeing few of the important news that was part of your in the newspaper, and some of the articles are also picked from the PIB. Okay, so let's get started. So first one is uh, with the title China completes a Tibet highway. So what is happening is, in recent news is, China has completed the construction of strategically significant highway towards deepest canyon in the Tibet along the Brahmaputra River. So what the essence is, China has completed a new highway that connects it through the Tibet. So that will be the Tibet is bordering Arunachal Pradesh. So what the importance is, so it makes it easier for China to access those remote areas along the disputed border with India. So that is Arunachal Pradesh. So what you should know from the exam point of view is, in recent times there has been push by China for infrastructure projects in the border areas. So number of infrastructure projects have been going on, such as, so today itself, like it has completed second passway to Medang County that borders Arunachal Pradesh, and it has also started working with on second major link to railway line link to Tibet, and there are also construction of new civilian settlements along in the border areas. Okay, so all of this, the intention is to strengthen China's control over the land. So by giving push to infrastructure projects, China wants to control the land it holds in the border areas, right? So they are constructing roads, they are constructing the railway lines to Tibet. And what you should know from the prelims point of view, or the other important facts is, like, there are disputed areas and along LAC between India and China, so line of actual control. So it is a notional demarcation line that separates Indian controlled territory from Chinese controlled territory in Sino-Indian border dispute. So there is not exact clear demarcation of you know area that is controlled by India and that is controlled by China. So this is a notional arrangement, not existing exactly in reality. So that is the meaning of notional. So LAC, there are two dozen more than spots where India and China do not agree on the line of demarcation, right? And one more thing is, China also does not recognize the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Rather, it calls that area is part of as a southern Tibet, that you should know. Okay, and line of actual control is actually divided into three sectors, like western sector, middle sector, eastern sector. So western sector, nothing but a Ladakh on Indian side and Tibet and Xinjiang on Chinese side. Middle side in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh region, and in eastern side you have Arunachal Pradesh on Indian side and Tibet autonomous region on the Chinese side, and this sector generally follows McMahon line. So that you should remember. So line of actual control, it is a notional one, you should remember. China does not recognize the state of Arunachal Pradesh, rather it calls it as a part of southern Tibet. And recent infrastructure projects push has been done by China to various infrastructure projects, that you should remember. Okay, so based on this content, we have one MCQ: which among the following Indian state or union territory does not share border with China? So JNK, Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim. So you should know which does not share the border with China. So please comment your answer in the comment section. Okay, so let's go to the next article. So the important that was like with respect to Farjad B gas fields of Iran. So what is this? This is a gas rich region, Farjad B in Iran. Actually, this region, gas rich region, was discovered by ONGC Videsh Limited. So that is the arm of ONGC India Limited. So this gas field has about 23 trillion cubic feet of gas reserves, out of which 60% is recoverable. So ONGC Videsh Limited was in or carrying out the negotiations with respect to gas fields. But recently what Iran did was, Iran announced that the gas field would be developed with the domestic support. So this is a setback to the Indian efforts. Okay. So it was ONGC Videsh which has discovered the gas fields, but now the Iran has announced that the project will be done with the help of domestic oil company. So what government of India said was that there are chances that in the later stage of the gas field, Indian involvement, possibility of Indian involvement in the later stages of gas field projects. Okay. So that is with respect to Farjad B gas fields, you should know. And next one is with respect to amphotericin B antifungal drug. So you all know, like we already have covered that mucormycosis, fungal infection, also called black fungus, is in news in over a couple of weeks. So this is increasingly being, found in the people who have recovered or recovering from COVID-19. So what we said was like, the drug that is used was amphotericin B antifungal drug. So there was a news reports of, shortage of this drug. So what government has done is it has given license to manufacture these drugs within the country so that the production is ramped up. So you should know because we have already discussed, you already know the, shortages of vaccine. So what, uh, likely consequences of all those things. So keeping those all things in mind, government has given license to manufacture this so that there are enough drugs to treat the people. Okay. So that is amphotericin B antifungal drug goes in use in that sense. And next, the important article one was like High Court reserves verdict on plea to declare illegal the nomination of 3 MLAs to the Puducherry Assembly. So what is this? So we will discuss. See what has happened, on May 10, Union Home Ministry has nominated 3 MLAs members to Puducherry Legislative Assembly. So Union Minister has notified that we are, nominating 3 members to Legislative Assembly of Puducherry. So there was a public interest litigation filed in High Court to say that to declare this notification as illegal. So apart from the exact current news, what becomes important to us from prelims point of view is, so the nomination, can central government nominate members to legislative assembly in union territory? And the meaning of the terms public interest litigation, this becomes important. So what is public interest litigation? So public interest litigation is like, see, normally whenever there is a aggrieved person is the one who is going to file the case in the courts. But in public interest litigation, what happens is on behalf of aggrieved persons, a third person will be filing the case. Why he does? Because he has an interest in the welfare of the public. So that is why we call it as a public interest litigation. So for example, there are poor people, socially, education, economically disadvantaged position. These people, even if they are adversely affected, they cannot file a case in the court because of lack of economic resources. So the individual who wants to improve the life of poor will file a case on behalf of these, poor people. So that's why he shows the interest in public life. So such person will file a litigation, and such litigations we call it as a public interest litigation. Okay, the intention of public interest litigation is to increase the reach of the justice. Okay, that is the importance. And one more thing I said, nominating 3 MLAs to Puducherry Legislative Assembly. So you all know, Article 239 of the Constitution says that every union territory has to be administered by the president through an administrator appointed by him. So union territories are administered by the president through the administrator appointed. But the same article says that, parliament may by law provide for the constitution of legislature for the union territory. So it empowers parliament to, enact a law so that you will constitute a government in the union territories. So accordingly, Parliament has enacted Government of Union Territory Act 1963. So this act will govern the constitution of legislatures in the union territory. So this specific provision is with respect to Puducherry. So what it says that, section 3 of the act, it provides for the constitution of legislative assembly for union territory with 30 members to be elected members and 3 members to be nominated by the central government. So the issue was, so what the point you should remember is, central government can nominate members to central government in the legislature of Puducherry. So that fact you should remember. So the why this kind of procedure of nominating members, the same case which was there in case of Anglo-Indian members and all. So if the center feels that this section of people are underrepresented, same rationale is used. So remember the fact the center will nominate, has the power to nominate 3 members to legislature of the Union Territory of Puducherry. So you should also know governance, that Government of Union Territory Act 1963. Union territories are administered by President through administrators appointed, and Parliament can bring the law for the constitution of legislature in the Union Territory. Those facts you should know. And depending on that, we have one MCQ. So what it is saying, which among the following statement is incorrect? So first statement is all union territories in India have legislative assembly. So check out whether it is right or wrong. Only 3 union territories in India have legislative assembly. And third statement is constitution empowers parliament to provide for legislature in union territories through law. And the fourth statement is the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act makes it clear that it will be the Delhi model that will be followed as far as policing and public order are concerned. You see, like with respect to UTs, you have Delhi, Puducherry. There is a difference why there is a reason why they are called Delhi model and Puducherry model. So in respect to Delhi, policing and public order is with respect to central government. So this is not the case with Puducherry model. So these all things. So check out whether this statement is right or wrong. So check out the answer and comment your answer in the comment section. Okay. So that's it for today. You can download the PDF of these documents in the link given below. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.